Hi guys, excuse me. I just wanted to get on here and say something. I'm sorry about all the swearing I do, but the time I get around to making vlogs on here, I'm already riled up about something, and to get on here and vent my anger, and you guys cop the brunt of it. I don't go around most of the time F this, F that. It's just when I get on here, I'm usually worked up about something, and that's when I say it. And also, if I ever get into an argument with anybody, I never ever swear. I never ever swear. Because to me, if you're having an argument with somebody, the minute you start effing this and effing that, you've lost it. You've lost the you won't win the argument. So I don't walk around perpetually swearing all the time. It's just when I get on here, and like I said, by the time I get on here, I'm usually pretty riled up about something, and you guys cop the brunt of it. So I'm sorry about that, guys. But that's who I am, you know. I do. I don't really care if I swear. Like, if I'm in front of people and something works me up, I don't really, it doesn't bother me. If I'm going to say something, I say it. I don't sit there and go, oh no, I better not swear in front of these people. No, I'm afraid they'll cop a few F's this and F that's if the moment takes me. But like I said, I don't go around perpetually swearing. I'm just really, I just get on here and I just get so brassed off about how these politicians are getting away with what they're getting away with, and how they get on here on the news and they talk about things that are totally unimportant, and they putting it in the headlines like, this is the number one thing that we should be worried about. People's ignorance makes me angry. Most of the people I come across don't want to know about politics. They don't care about what's going on in the other countries. They just think that they're going to be looked after, and they think that someone else is going to fix the problem, or they think that, they couldn't possibly be lying to us or really doing what you're saying. And that sort of ignorance just frustrates me so much. And sometimes I'll try and get through to somebody, you shouldn't eat that, or you shouldn't eat this because of what's in it, and the diet drinks with the aspartame and all this sort of thing. And my number one pet hate saying is when somebody says to me, well, you gotta die of something. I could slap them when they say that to me, because to me it's just epitomizes ignorance. You gotta die of something. So you just let people poison you? You just let people put all this stuff in? And think about it, guys. You just think about this. You think about every single thing you eat from the supermarket that isn't even the fresh stuff. I'm sorry, but even the fresh stuff has chemicals in it. Look at everybody around you. Everybody is dying of cancer. And I said to my sister, everybody is dying of cancer. She said, yes, it's not a matter of if they get cancer, it's when they're going to get cancer. And that's true. Everybody's dying of cancer, and it's because there's chemicals in every single thing we eat. And our bodies aren't, nature gave us these perfect machines that we look after ourselves. Our bodies tend to look out, but when you start making foods that are depleted of the natural vitamins and minerals that you get from the earth, then your body starts to go haywire. And that's what's happening with all the foods we eat. Because they're all grown over and over and over again in the same soil. They're given artificial fertilizers. They're grown with Monsanto seeds that have been sprayed with bloody Roundup, and they've been designed so that they don't reseed, so people can't use them and they've got to buy their seeds. Just everything about the world has just gone stupid. And you're average. Like, I went out for lunch today and I was sitting there with somebody and we were talking, and he said, I wonder how many of these people sitting around us are aware. And I said, none of them will be. None of them. They're too busy worrying about their own petty little things in life, and to me they are petty, I'm sorry, but unless you're getting involved with your government and finding out what they're doing and who they're talking to and all these private talks they have, which they should not be allowed to have, and understanding that they work for us, that to me, that's getting involved, and that's far more important. I remember listening to somebody, this young guy, and he was ranting about how, they were protesting about putting fluoride in the water, and he said, yeah, they're going on about fluoride, and they want to kill whoever's putting the fluoride in their water, and blah, blah, blah. And he said, there's more important things like Iran going on at the moment than worrying about fluoride. Well, let me tell you something. If you don't have your health, you have nothing. If you are not a healthy person and healthy in the mind as well, you can't help anybody else. And if you're letting them get away with something as fundamental as your health, how on earth do you expect to be able to help somebody in another country? First off, you control your own government, and then you can control what they do overseas. Anyway, so I think I got through that without swearing. Smile and have a nice day.